Hello, and welcome to this restorative yoga class for autumn. It's so wonderful to be practicing with you today. We're going to be practicing restorative yoga for autumn. We're doing this class live, so if you're joining us after on the recording, it's gonna.
Now try.
Oh, I hear it. That's on. Yeah, I heard the clap.
We're back.
Okay.
I don't know why it just stopped.
Okay. Yeah, people are saying they hear sound now. Okay, so welcome. This is going to be restorative yoga for autumn. It's a joy and a blessing to be able to practice with you today in alignment with the season. So if you're just joining us, please say hello in the comments and let us know where you're connecting from. If you're watching on the recording, it is um, 49 minutes past the hour, which means the actual class will start at 11 minutes too. And we like to connect with our people who are joining us ahead of time to say hello and for each other to be able to say hello and connect in the comments. So, yeah, today's class is a restorative yoga class for autumn. So you're going to need all of your props. You're going to need a bolster, blocks, eye pillow, blankets, strap. So just get all your props out. You're going to need a wall for today's class too. They're going to be long holds. So they're going to be like 10 minutes holds, so quite long. And yeah, that's what you need to know about today's class. So let me know maybe what your favorite season is. I feel like every season I come into, well, I really love autumn. I like spring. I like winter a lot. But yeah, I really love autumn and winter. Winter, especially here, maybe not so much on the East Coast. Winters are milder here. Summer, I like, but then towards the end, all that yang energy really gets to me. So I'm loving the yin energy of autumn. So let me know what is autumn to you? Do you like autumn, the autumn season? I'm always so grateful when the late summer comes and autumn comes. It's one of my favorite seasons. So, okay, let's say hello. So Axel's here. Hello, nice to see you. And Tanya's here from Belgrade, and Mel is here from Turkey. And yeah, that's who's saying hello in the comments. We have other people here as well, so definitely say hello. I also wanted to say that we are celebrating 12 years on YouTube this month, so happy 12-year anniversary to us. We have we have a video, a Q&A on our other channel to celebrate that. You guys put in questions and we've answered your questions. If you have any other questions about being on YouTube for 12 years, then you can feel free to put them in the comments and we will be happy to answer them. But just to let you know that we do have a video, part one, on our lifestyle channel. And there's a part two coming before the end of the month to celebrate 12 years on YouTube because that's a pretty big milestone. Hello, Adina. Nice to see you. Hello, Nikki. She's here from San.
You say something?
Okay, I think we're having trouble with our sound, so we're just doing some sound checks here. It seems that our sound is dropping.
No, it's weird. The software decided to introduce you.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we're back.
Okay. Tanya says her favorite seasons are autumn, spring, and winter, but summer not so much. Yeah, I'm with Tanya on that. I find summer the really intensity of the yang energy. It's tiring after a while. Deborah is here. She loves the review and collection that comes with autumn, harvesting, learning the amazing gifts in our lives. And I see you guys saying hello to each other in the comments. That's nice, connecting with each other. Oh, so Nikki says when she first joined, the stream video was muted, so she unmuted. That's interesting. Okay. All right. So, in other news, if you're not already subscribed to my email, then I would do that, because on Monday we're going to have an exciting announcement coming out, and that's all I'm going to say about it right now. But to stay tuned on Monday, there's going to be a big announcement on Monday. That's all I'm going to say. So that's a little teaser for you. Tajali is here from Nevada, California, and she says she loves autumn for remembrance and letting go. It's beautiful and restorative. Judy is here. Happy to be here. Happy to have you here, Judy. Thank you for being with us. Great. I think you guys are going to like this restorative class for autumn. I think a lot of people focus on that theme of letting go and gathering the harvest, and there will be some of that, but I think you're going to be interested in the theme that I've chosen for this class, which is slightly different. It's coming from my forthcoming book, Element Yin Yoga, which we're going to apply a little bit more to a restorative class today. And it takes a little bit different look than than we see most people taking. There's a really specific way that we can align with autumn's energy that I'm going to focus on in today's class, and I think you guys will enjoy that. Okay, because metal element, which is autumn season, really feeds into water element, which is winter season, and that's what we're really going to focus on today. And that's why I love 5 elements. And I thought I'd bring a little bit of that to you today in today's class. I'm actually going to read an excerpt from my book today. Tina is here from South Illinois, and she says autumn is her favorite season. And Alia is here from Finland. And I also just love how there are so many resources now on YouTube, so many classes on autumn, and it's just great. So it's like a season that inspires us so much, I feel like. And it is a season of inspiration in traditional Chinese medicine. The organs of the season are the lungs and the large intestine organs. And so the lungs are organ of inspiration. And so when we breathe in, we're literally being inspired. And so it's no wonder that there's so much poetry, there's so much written, there's so much art, and there's so many yoga classes around the autumn season, because it's such an inspiring season for us. So that's just the nature of the organ season, that the organs that's so dominant this season. So that's really cool. Okay, just still saying hi and welcoming people in. We're going to get started in about 4 minutes. So if you're just joining us, as I said, we're going to do a yoga for autumn. And you're going to need all your props, so your bolster, blankets, eye pillow, blocks, yoga strap, pillows, everything that you have, get out. And we're celebrating 12 years on YouTube this month. So this month, this class is to celebrate our 12 years on YouTube this month. And also just to let you know that there'll be a really special announcement coming out on Monday. So to make sure that you keep your eyes peeled here. And also just to sign up for my newsletter so that you do not miss that announcement on Monday. And I'm just a teaser because I'm not going to say what it is right now.
Can you say hi to Mary
Hello to Mary Ann. Hello to Delia. Hello to Mark from Portland, Oregon. And he's looking forward to the end of the fire season with the arrival of the fall and winter rains for sure. Silka's here. Welcome, Silka. Nice to have you. It's great to see everybody here. Silka's in Germany. Thank you for joining us from Germany. I love all of you. This is going to be a great class for all the Europeans joining us because, well, it's great for everybody. We're aligning with the season, but it's going to be nice for those practicing in the evening. It's just a nice practice to restore at the end of the day, and our Europeans are at the end of the day right now. Stephanie is here from Texas, and Belen is here from Madrid. Welcome. Thank you for the happy anniversary wishes. 12 years is a long time on YouTube. We've been, definitely check out that 12-year Q&A. We've got some announcements in there about how we've done things up to now and how we're going to be doing things differently after the 12-year mark. We're coming up on our 600th episode, and we've already pre-filmed our whole season so that you have, besides from the indoor when we're doing live classes once a month, you'll have all outdoor filming to take you through the whole year, even through the winter. We filmed them all this summer for you, which I think is a huge accomplishment. And then once we come up on the 600th episode, there's going to be some changes here on the YouTube channel and Yoga with Melissa. So if you're curious about those, definitely go watch that 12-year anniversary Q&A, because Tim and I talk about where we've been and where the channel's going. So there's going to be some changes in our 13th year. Lucky 13. Yeah, we've been really busy. We filmed a lot this year, and ironically, the filming is the thing that takes the least amount of time. The thing that takes the most time is writing all those classes and also editing and uploading and keeping them all organized. Like, how many classes would that have been, Tim, like that we did? I can't even count them. How many classes do you think we filmed? Like, if we filmed that many ahead?
Well, it's got to be around 15.
It's got to be more than 15 is like 4 months. It's got to be more than 15.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
October, November, December, January, February, March, April.
Yeah, sounds
Times, 30. 30 classes we filmed in a few months, yeah. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's a lot of classes to write and film and then to edit and upload. Okay, Jackie is here. Rosh is here from Iran. Welcome. And Sandra is here from Denmark. And it is 9 o'clock. So shall we get started? Okay. I'm going to put this away for now. I will come back and join you at the end. And also just to let you know, if you are a member, we have a special bonus for you at the end. At the end of the class, there's, do you want to show that now or at the end? Tim? So at the end, if you're a member, there's a special bonus for you, and Tim's going to show you. We're going to be filling out our yoga journals. So after the end of the live stream, after we've done our restorative yoga class, we're going to connect and fill out our yoga journals. And Tim's going to show you how to do that. You can log into the membership community. You go over to the community side, and there's a sidebar there for you, or a banner. You just click on that, and there'll be a Zoom link there, and then we'll all connect on Zoom directly after this live stream, and we'll have a chance to fill out our yoga journals. It'll be a reflective process that relates to the inside covers of our yoga journals, and you'll see it's going to be just take this class a little bit further for you if you're a member. Okay, so let's get started then. Thank you for the 12-year anniversary wishes. I'm going to Okay, which camera would you like to do? Okay, welcome to this restorative yoga class for autumn. Today you're going to need all your props, a wall, a blanket, bolster, blocks, eye pillow, strap. And we're going to start with legs up the wall, and you're going to be in legs up the wall for 10 minutes. So the theme of our class today is we're going to be slowing down to prepare for hibernation. So even as you're taking this time to get into legs up the wall, recognize, let yourself move slowly, let yourself prepare to get into legs up the wall, and let this be the first of many preparations in this class. Well, not many, but a few preparations in this class. So even coming into these poses are preparations. So bring your props with you. You may want an eye pillow over your eyes. You may want a blanket to pull up over you. You may want a prop underneath your pelvis. So slow down and prepare for this pose more. Know that you're going to be in it for 10 minutes. If you don't have a wall, you can place your legs up on a couch or on a chair. Okay, once you arrive, give yourself an extra moment or two here to see if you want to make any adjustments to be even more comfortable, to allow your body to be in a more restorative position. So you can tuck your shoulder blades under, you can decide where you want your arms. Maybe your palms are going to face up, or they're going to be on your belly, or even overhead if your shoulders allow. It's up to you, whatever position you want. And once you made those adjustments to get more comfortable, those extra preparations to restore, to prepare to rest, let yourself settle in. Feel the support of the wall and the earth. And let your breath sink down and into your belly. Focus on your breath out. Breathing in and out through your nose. Observing your breath slowing down. This is an excerpt from my forthcoming book, The Elemental Self, 5 Element Yin Yoga. Autumn is a time to plan for the winter season. Autumn is a time to plan for the winter season. All of the animals are preparing their nests and dens for hibernation. And we too are preparing our bodies, our minds, our emotions, our energy, our spirits, and our homes for winter season. So all of the animals are preparing their nests and dens for hibernation, and we too, when we're in alignment with the seasons, are preparing our bodies, our minds, our emotions, energy, spirits, and our homes for the winter season. Animals hibernate in winter, so they use very little energy. They change their clothes so their winter coats are warmer, and so that they blend into the winter landscape to stay safe. Arctic foxes, for example, change from dark color in the summer to a light color in the winter. White-tailed deer become dark brown to blend in with the dark landscapes. Many animals slow down and hibernate to save energy so they do not have to hunt and forage when food is scarce. They sleep longer and snuggle up with each other underneath their warm coats. And birds and butterflies migrate south to avoid the cold. There are steps that we as human beings take to prepare to conserve our energy for winter as well. The focus during winter season, the focus during autumn season needs to be on preparing to use very little energy in winter. So we can prepare our homes by letting go of things, organizing our cupboards and closets, and paring back our schedules. We can also take inventory of our homes and see what we need to protect ourselves from the elements. What repairs need to be done around the home? What can I do in my home to create a sheltered, cozy nest to hibernate through the winter? What winter clothes, coats, sweaters, hats, and mitts do I need to feel comfy and warm? And we can also check our pantries to see if our food stores will keep us nourished through the winter. So we're preparing to slow down to conserve energy. Okay, so that marks 10 minutes in this pose. Now, instead of coming out quickly, let's stay with our intention of preparing to slow down, to conserve energy, and come out of this pose slowly. Recognizing the energy that you've gathered in this pose. So all the poses, which are few in this class, are designed to conserve energy, and each one of them takes time to set up, because I want you to focus on the act of preparing, almost like a den for hibernation, to conserve your energy. So the next one is Restorative Locust pose. So you're probably going to have to move your mat away from the wall to do this one. So let's take our time to do this, and imagine that you're creating like a den for hibernation when you do it. And for this one, I like to have an eye pillow at the top of my mat, or a folded blanket to rest your forehead on, so that there's space between your nose and the ground so you can keep your head facing down. And then there'll be 2 blocks for your shoulders, underneath your shoulders. And then for this pose, your legs are going to be elevated. So prop with, if you have more blocks, great, or a cushion at the base of your mat. And what you want is there to be elevation like that. Okay? And then you're going to step into this cozy den to restore the energy. But it's the act of preparing our space to restore that we're focusing on in this season. So the knees go close to the bolster, the shoulders go on the blocks, and then the forehead goes on the eye pillow or the folded blanket. And you'll be in this pose for 10 minutes. Okay, so in the beginning of the pose, give yourself some time to make any adjustments that you need to, so that you're going to be really comfortable in this pose for the next 10 minutes. You can turn the blocks on a lower setting too. You don't need to have them on the middle setting. And in this pose, it's really nice to breathe into your low back and imagine that you're charging up your kidneys like you would charge a rechargeable battery. So it's a good thing to do in this pose. This season is inviting us to prepare ourselves and our homes, our spaces, to turn inwards to our spiritual lives. So I have a Mary Oliver poem that speaks beautifully to this. This poem is called Making the House Ready for the Lord by Mary Oliver. Dear Lord, I have swept and I have washed, but still nothing is as shining as it should be for you. Under the sink, for example, is an uproar of mice. It is the season of their many children. What shall I do? And under the eaves and through the walls, the squirrels have gnawed their ragged entrances. But it is the season when they need their shelter. So what shall I do? And the raccoon limps into the kitchen and opens the cupboard, while the dog snores and the cat hugs the pillow. What shall I do? Beautiful is the new snow falling in the yard, and the fox who is staring boldly up the path to the door. And still I believe you will come. You will when I speak to the fox, the sparrow, the lost dog, the shivering sea goose. Know that really I am speaking to you whenever I say, as I do all morning and afternoon, come in, come in. You knowing that we're preparing to slow down, to conserve our energy, we move slowly out of this pose. And we'll just take a moment to either draw our knees into our chest or come back into child's pose. And then slowly roll up through your spine. Okay, so for the next one, you're going to again prepare a beautiful space to conserve your energy. So we're going to slowly prepare it and take the time on this. So the next one is going to be restorative yoga, restorative shoulder stand. So the bolster or a pile of blankets will be at the top of your mat. You need room for your shoulders and your head here. And then at the base of your mat, you'll put 2 blocks, or if you have another bolster there, and either a pillow or a meditation cushion or some blankets. So basically you're making a long prop for yourself that's lifted. Can we get a thumbs up, please? A like? Oh, okay. Thanks for giving this video a like. Okay. And so we're going to come on to the props. And we're remembering we're moving slowly to prepare this, to restore our energy, to store our energy in. We're preparing to store our energy. So what you're going to do is sit up on this prop. So you're going to be in this pose for 10 minutes as well. So you sit up on it. You want your strap as well. This is optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it's kind of nice to bind here because then you don't have to hold your legs up. You can just relax them. And then you rest back. Your shoulders and your head are off the prop. So it's a very gentle inversion. And you can pull a blanket up over top of you. You can place your eye pillow over your eyes if that's something you like to do. All of these things are choices for you, whatever works best for you and your body, of course. Okay, and once you arrive, just take an extra moment or two to see if this is going to be comfortable for you, if you want to make any final adjustments for yourself to be in this pose for the next 10 minutes. So a quote from David Whyte in this restorative shoulder stand. To rest is not self-indulgent. To rest is to prepare. To rest is to prepare. To rest is to prepare to give the best of ourselves and to perhaps, most importantly, arrive at a place where we are able to understand what we have already been given. And perhaps most importantly, arrive at a place where we are able to understand what we have already been given. where we are able to understand what we have already been given. And the first state of rest is the sense of stopping, giving up on what we have been doing or how we have been being. And in today's class, what we're focusing on is actually to prepare the space for rest, to prepare the space to conserve our energy, whether that be physically, mentally, emotionally, energetically. So if we don't actually make space in our lives or plan to take time to rest, then actually the treadmill of productivity will just continue without stop. So the point is we need to be intentional about having time in our lives to conserve our energy. And one of the important stages in autumn is that we take that time to prepare to conserve our energy. Okay, so remembering our intention to slow down, to prepare to conserve our energy, we're going to slowly come out of this pose. And we're going to slowly put our props off to the side. We're going to sit for a moment. You may want to elevate your pelvis. You're just going to sit for a moment to do a twist before we do our final restorative posture. And the other side. Okay, and then you can put your rest of your props off to the side and slowly prepare to restore again. So taking that time to set up that den for hibernation for our final pose, which will be legs up the wall again. So just taking that extra care and time to prepare to rest here. So no rushing, nice, moving nice and slowly, taking that time because you are worth it. If you'd like your bolster under your pelvis in legs up the wall, then you can plan to bring it with you. You might want a blanket over top of you or your eye pillow with you. Taking the time to make it extra nice and special for you. Remembering you can do legs on the couch or on a chair if you don't have a wall. And you're going to be here for 10 minutes. And take that extra minute or two to adjust yourself, prepare to rest, prepare to conserve your energy. Let your spine be in a straight line. Let yourself fully connect with the ground underneath you and the floor, the wall as well. Choose a position for your hands that make the most sense for you, either on your belly, palms up beside you, overhead. We have a blessing from John O'Donohue here to close out our class. For one who is exhausted. When the rhythm of the heart becomes hectic, time takes on the strain until it breaks. Then all unattended stress falls in on the mind like an endless increasing weight. The light in the mind becomes dim. Things you could take in stride before now become laborsome events of will. Weariness invades your spirit. Gravity begins falling inside you, dragging down every bone. The tide you never valued has gone out, and you are marooned on unsure ground. Something within you has closed down, and you cannot push yourself back to life. You have been forced to enter empty time. The desire that drove you has relinquished. There's nothing else to do now but rest and patiently learn to receive the self you have forsaken in the race of days. At first, your thinking will darken and sadness will take over the listless weather. The flow of unwept tears will frighten you. You have traveled too fast over false ground. Now your soul has come to take you back. Take refuge in your senses. Open up to all the small miracles you rushed through. Become inclined to watch the way of rain when it falls slow and free. Imitate the habit of twilight, taking time to open the well of color that fostered the brightness of day. Draw alongside the silence of stone until its calmness can claim you. Be excessively gentle with yourself. Stay clear of those vexed in spirit. Learn to linger around someone of ease who feels they have all the time in the world. Gradually, you will return to yourself, having learned a new respect for your heart and the joy that dwells far within slow time. Okay, remembering our intention for this class, preparing to conserve our energy. We're going to slowly come out of this pose. Roll to your side and pause. Feel the energy that you've gathered in this class. By taking that time to prepare to conserve. And we'll make our way to a seated position to close out the class. So we'll gather the fruits of our practice first into ourselves and then offer them out into the world. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom of all. So I want to thank you for joining me for this class. If it supported you in preparing you to conserve your energy for autumn, thank you so much for giving it a thumbs up, for subscribing to the channel, and putting "I prepared to conserve my energy" in the comments. If you think you have other friends who would benefit from this class, thank you so much for sharing it with them. And if you're a member and you'd like to join us now for the journaling, for the generative writing in your yoga journals, we're going to take this preparing to conserve your energy a little bit further now with some generative writing in your yoga journals. And if you'd like to join us for that, if you're a member, you're welcome to join us. Tim's showing you on the screen how to do that. Just log into the membership community, go to the community tab, and then on the community tab, there's a banner, there's a sidebar. You can click on either one of those. And in there, there's a Zoom link where we'll be meeting now. I'm just going to use the washroom and grab a cup of tea. And then we'll join together to do some generative writing in 5 minutes on preparing to conserve for autumn. We'll do some centering and meditation and do some writing in our yoga journals now to just take this a little bit further. So thank you so much for joining us today. Sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our ocean. May you be as rooted as the old growth trees in our forests. And may you be as strong as the mountains. Much love, many blessings.